The Netra Fortress. Tread carefully here. You can taste the salt in the air. Got word you found the greatest glider of all, an ark, and it's all good to go. Can't imagine how that would feel, to zoom so fast. Funny that you found an ark when you don't need to go anywhere in it. The world's still going to be here. Proud of you for thinking about helping before escaping, either way. Wonders if there are any open seats left in that fancy ark glider of yours.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
Feels thrilled to snag a seat in your ark. Can't wait to glide through the skies. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. We'll be around when you return. Let's see. The stars never give enough light. Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, He suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupulupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there. Come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help. Says you're welcome back. Think of all the things you can cut with this. So different from the surface down here. Let's see. Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Tread carefully here. This is Lupin's camp. Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy. Only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. Just so. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. Took care of it. So much damage. Get things done before the darkness falls again. The day is wasting. Time to get to it. Look at that plastic scrap, just waiting for someone to do something with it. See that plastic scrap over there? Take a good look around you. He says you really need to go see Noko as soon as possible. He's happy to help. Wishes you goodbye. Let's see. Feel the night wrap around you. That's going to leave a mark. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Nice. Metal scrap. You can always use that. That paid off. Seemed like this night might never end. Crit. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. Just what you were looking for. You're feeling mighty low. The Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Sana yote.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Verena masalapu.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Anora kapapum. Verena masalapu.
Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent gnotes as prey.
Tukonda. Kanaruta.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Pial tuma. Anora kapapum.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Drumble na marsamawunu. Amun.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Dropalu. Pendrine senema. Asana yotpa.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Asana yotpa.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
The light shines on!
Better isn't the word I would use.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst. We're just the best.
Kanamunta. Urasa durut.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Kialdo male kanodo.
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Kialdo male kanodo. Andro?
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the gnotes die with it.
Kanoruta. Boilakudo.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Tukonda.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Monibasa. Anora kapapum.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Dere?
But let's not speak of that now.
Kanamunt.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Asil natu. Monibasa. Kudutuku.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Dropalu.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Beri. Minalagi mamuru. Kanyala no toro.
She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it. Let's see. Look at those peaks. Should cover up your most important parts. What? You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. The deep cut. Sharp. At least there's no parade around for it to rain on. You're absolutely drained. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with out-of-date's map.